Hi, I'm Dave.
I'm
This
Ed.
is Ed. And we're doing this to show that, one, we are a team. We're wearing our
Right.
Toledo jerseys.
That's right.
But we're here to talk about week one of our honors presentations class in COM 2600. And we had a few things that came up. First of all, we had no school for the first 2 days of the semester, due to a huge snowstorm. And also I sent out an invite for the Apple iTunes U, and only one person responded. So we had to run people through that, right?
Yep. And then when we actually went into class, we started trying to work with Apple TV. And one thing we noticed is we're having a hard time getting our iPads to project to Apple TV, even though we were getting this 4-digit code that said you can now type in this code and project what's on your iPad to the screen in the room. And what we discovered is that if more than one person has a function called mirror display on their iPad, then one person will accidentally bump another person off. And I think we basically confused the system. So we had somebody come in and we figured out how to control that so that one of us could be on the screen at any given moment, so the students can see the class as it is on their iPad up on the screen. And then also we were working with 3 different platforms, online platforms, one being iTunes U, which is where you find your iPad course. And then the other is Blackboard, which is the typical, I guess you would say it's the universal online learning platform that's used by the university here. And then also Celio, which is a new kind of business-oriented or professional-oriented social media, which is similar to Facebook, but it's somewhere in between Facebook and LinkedIn. And it's great for showing your professional work with images and video and being able to reflect on that by writing text around it as well. So we had to deal with getting the students introduced to all of that stuff, and that took some time.
So for week 2, what do you think are the big things we got to get the students really ready for? What do you think are some of the things that they have to overcome?
Well, I think we predict that there are still going to be people who come in and probably are behind on using their iPads, and we're going to have to make sure that we sit there and make sure that everyone in the room is actually on the iPad accessing the course. This is something that would have been taken care of a week before, but the weather slowed us down. And then we have to start working with performance exercises, getting them up and talking and getting them out of their shells, because in this course a big part of it is not just the technology and the speech structuring and composition and delivery, but also just how to use your body and how to use your voice as an effective and engaging communication tool. So we have to get them up and moving around.
Sounds good. That's Ed. I'm Dave, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, we will.